Integration of princely states. Another great problem after independence was that of princely states. The Indian Independence Act of 1947 allowed the Indian princes to join either India or Pakistan or to remain independent. If all the princely states had decided to pull in different directions, there was a possibility of numerous areas of independent and semi-independent states within India, leading to utter chaos in the country. But fortunately for India, there was a great organizer like Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel, who by his foresight, statesmanship and inherent ability tackled the whole problem in a remarkable manner. He drafted an instrument of accession. He appealed to the princes to accept this instrument and accede to the Indian Union. Gradually, most of these states, about 500 in number, were merged in the Indian Union. This policy of integration and merger united the whole country into one political framework. All the big and small princely states except Junagadh, Hyderabad and Kashmir signed the instrument of accession and acceded to the Indian Union. Junagadh is a small state on the coast of Kathiawar. Its people wanted to join India, but its Nawab announced its accession to Pakistan. The Indian troops marched into the state and occupied it. Its Nawab fled away to Pakistan. As a result of plebiscite, Junagadh was incorporated into the Indian Union. The Nizam of Hyderabad declared himself independent, and Sardar Patel ordered police action against him and forced him to accede to India. In the beginning, the Maharaja of Kashmir also did not sign the instrument of accession, although the most popular party there, the National Conference, was in favor of accession to India. The Pathans and irregular forces of Pakistan invaded Kashmir in October 1947. The Maharaja then decided to accede to India. Thus, the most serious and complex problem of princely states was solved by the wisdom and masterful diplomacy of Sardar Patel. Preparation of the new constitution. India became free on 15 August 1947, but there was a great need of a new constitution for India for running the administration of the country. The Constituent Assembly, which had been working under the presidentship of Dr. Rajendra Prasad since December 9, 1946, was allowed to continue its work. Moving the Objectives Resolution in December 1946, Nehru had declared that free India would be a sovereign democratic republic based on the sovereign will of the people, guaranteeing them social, economic and political justice, equality of opportunity and freedom of expression, belief and faith. The Constituent Assembly took about 3 years to complete its work. The new Constitution of India was ready on 26 November 1949, but it was put into force on 26 January 1950, when India was declared as a sovereign democratic republic with Dr. Rajendra Prasad as its first president.